But Arsenal will file out first at Anfield to give the Reds a guard of honour. Liverpool were confirmed champions in front of their fans 2 weeks ago after a 5-1 thrashing of Tottenham Hotspur. Now they welcome an Arsenal side wounded by not only their third consecutive second-place finish in the English top flight, but also the elimination from the Champions League on Tuesday. We have an Arsenal fan, Ehis Anthony, joining us, and I hope that he's not in tears. Welcome to the show, Ehis.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's good to be on the show.
Great to have you on the show.
I'm not in tears.
Arsenal takes on Liverpool today, which would have been tagged as a title contender. But of course, this is a title race that never was for Arsenal.
Yes, unfortunately for the Arsenal, it was one of the fixtures that was looked at, at the beginning of the season, like you said, possibly, putting the calculation and thinking this could be a place where if we get 3 points, we could win the league. But unfortunately, the league was started like 5 or 6 games to go. And Arsenal have been poor, have been abysmal, and they've not been able to keep up to the way they competed last season and 2 seasons ago. At least the sample size is there for us to be able to criticize Arteta, which a lot of Arsenal fans don't want us to go to that state at all. They want to keep Arteta in a bubble wrap. But if we look at 3 seasons, 2 seasons ago and this season, we can criticize Arteta for what he has done at Arsenal. This season has been a bit of, been drawn back a bit, and Liverpool winning the league with 5 games or 7 games to go with a 15 points difference. And if you look at the total point tally of Arsenal, it's ridiculous as compared to what we had in 2023-2024 season and 2022-2023 season. So it's abysmal. It's not a good record. It's not something good to talk about. And Liverpool are worthy champions. And definitely, we will give them the guard of honor today.
Right, giving Liverpool the guard of honor. But where would you say it really went wrong for... I'll still bring Okwe into this conversation, but Ehis, what would you say it really did go wrong for Arsenal? Was it at the start of the season when they couldn't get a striker, or was it mid-season when the injury set in?
Yes, we all know every team needs a striker. But Arteta, with his tinkering, wanting to, come up with tactics that... you don't have to use a proper striker. I don't know what happened between Arteta and Edu behind the scene for them not being able to get a striker. Even the players we got in, it took ages, over 2 months, throughout the whole transfer window, the summer and the winter. We couldn't bring anybody in. And even in the summer, the players we could bring in was Calafiori, Merino. And this was not the department that we needed to strengthen. Seeing that the season prior, we fell short because we didn't have a striker. So whatever happened between Arteta and Edu, not bringing a striker, it's left between them and the owners of the club because they are not exonerated here. And like I always say, if the owners are ambitious enough, the strategy that they want and the goal and objective that they want to achieve is what they will pass down to whoever is the manager or whoever is the sporting director. But that's another kettle of fish. The striking department that we failed to bolster was what came to bite us at the butt in the season. I know a lot will say injuries. Arsenal was not the only team that had injury issues. Even Liverpool at a point had injury issues. Man City as well had injury issues. Manchester United, Chelsea all had injury issues. So I'm not going to use injury as an excuse. But the main thing I would look at here, I mentioned in my monologue that a lot of Arsenal fans don't want us to criticize Arteta.
Right.
I will criticize Arteta, being that we saw the fluid football we played 2 seasons ago, where we were blistering teams away. And all of a sudden, Arteta decided to change the plot, which is playing controlling football. In the history of football, even the best teams in the history of football, none have been able to say they dominated the game for 90 minutes. And this whole control thing that he brought in has really downplayed us this season. And Saka and Martinelli having to overwork themselves defensively. You would see Liverpool, take for instance Liverpool, Salah is giving that freedom. Salah don't track back. Salah is giving that freedom to play attacking football alone. Salah don't track back to support Alexander-Arnold or whoever is deployed at the right back. Also, look at Yamin Lamal of Sorry, hope I didn't murder that name. Yamal of Barcelona.
Barcelona,
you could see the attacking responsibility that he's being given. Yes, he doesn't track back, but Arteta's strategy, Arteta's philosophy is or could possibly be indicated as one of the downfall for Arsenal this season. I am not saying Arteta is not good. I'm not saying he hasn't done a good job, but he needs to be criticized.
All right.
And this is my own simple criticism. Yeah.
All right. I'll give you 10 seconds now. Arteta, should he leave or should he go? Should he be given one more season? 10 seconds. Oh, should he leave or stay, rather? I mean...
He should leave. He should leave.
Oh.
He should leave.
Okay.
Looking at, like I said, sample size is there for us to see. 5 years, 1 FA Cup, 2 Charity Shield. Is that good enough? Arsenal is the third most successful club in the history of England after Liverpool and Manchester United. And if you look at the chasm that was there before between Arsenal and Manchester City or Chelsea, it's getting closer and closer and closer. If you look at the number of leagues Manchester City has won, if they go on to win the league next season, they are closing up on Arsenal. And Arsenal has just been in one position for the past 20 years. Like I mentioned, Chelsea, Roman Abramovich signing or buying Chelsea over in 2023, 2003, 2004 was what changed the history of Chelsea. And that's why Chelsea fans can banter Arsenal and say Arsenal don't have a European heritage.
Exactly.
Because of the vision of him being the owner and wanting to be successful is what has led Chelsea to be a successful team that they are today.
All right, thank you very much, Ehis Anthony, for your thoughts, and we look forward to that game between Arsenal and Liverpool. Whatever happens, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the fact that Liverpool are champions of the EPL. But thank you very much, Ehis, for your time.